Here we go. So today I'm going to run you through a biceps workout. So we'll give you a little bit of information on kind of the structure and why I'm going to put the exercises in the order I'm going to put them in, just to help you get the most out of your arm training. So first exercise, I'm going to start with the barbell bicep curl. First exercise of your arm section of your workout should be a relatively heavy exercise. We're going to work in lower rep ranges, so we're going to go between about 6 and 10. And this exercise should be something that's comfortable for you, something that works well. It doesn't cause you any wrist, elbow issues, because this exercise is an exercise that we're going to look to progressively overload. So over time, your first exercise of the workout, you're going to try and increase the amount of weight you're lifting on that exercise over time. So just going to do a little warm up with just the bar and then put a couple of plates on, not too many plates though. So we're looking for around a shoulder width grip, or where you can get comfortable. I'm alright with a straight bar, my wrists are pretty good. But you might find an EZ bar might be a little bit more comfortable for some of you, because it's a bit less strain on the wrists. So I'm just going to do about 15 reps to get warmed up, get my elbows warmed up, get a feel for the movement. First working set. So I'm going to do 3 sets between 6 and 10 reps on this exercise. Even when you're using heavier load, it's really important to try and make sure you keep the form as strict as you can. Something like barbell bicep curl, it's really easy to start swinging and creating momentum. So it's important to try and keep things nice and tight, shoulders back, and just flexing at the elbows. Right, so set number 3. Got 10 reps on the first set, managed 8 on the second set. So I'm going to get as many as I can, 6 plus obviously on this last set. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to throw some eccentrics in. So the lowering phase of the exercise can actually cause more damage and more muscle growth. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get as many reps as I can, strict form, and then I'm going to do a bit of a cheat, bounce it up and then slowly lower it, just for the 2, maybe 3 reps at the end. If you've got a training partner, it's probably better to get them to give you a touch up for these last few, but if you're on your own, give it a bit of a swing. So that's about my lot with strict form. So I'm just going to flick it up for a couple more and then slowly lower the weight. I've done my first exercise, which was a bigger heavy movement, working in lower rep ranges between 6 and 10, and that first movement of the workout is something that I'm going to try and increase the weight on over time. So again, find something comfortable for you, something that you like and you enjoy, something that's not going to blitz your wrists, and concentrate on getting stronger on that movement. Now I'm going to move into the second exercise. I'm going to go slightly higher with the reps. I'm going to do 3 sets again, but I'm going to go between 10 and 12 reps. So with this exercise, like all muscle building exercises, hypertrophy exercises, what I want to do is we want to get full range of motion. So you want to take the muscle into its most lengthened position and then close to its most shortened position. So for me, I just really like this exercise. You've probably seen my video on it loads of times before, but I just feel like I can get a really good stretch, and then I can really squeeze down and get the muscle as short as I possibly can on this movement. Play around for yourself, you know, find what works well for you. You might find it's a different exercise, but that's what I'm working on here. I'm working on maximum range of motion and getting a really hard squeeze. So slightly lighter with the weight, really concentrating on getting the muscle long and then getting it as short as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave my elbows behind my body, so they're tucked in towards the back of my rib cage, and in this position I've got tension through my biceps. Normally with bicep exercises, when the weight's down here, there's no work, there's no tension in the bicep, but with this exercise there's tension from the get-go. So from here my biceps are under load, then from there, as soon as I start pulling, they're working straight away, and then you can get a really good squeeze at the top. And what I'm actually trying to do as well is I'm trying to turn my little fingers up and out, so I'm not ending in this position. I'm consciously trying to rotate round like this at the top. So I'll just do a couple of reps to get warmed up, and then I'll bump the weight up and get into the first working set. Right, so exercise number 3. So I've gone big heavy to start with, slightly lighter, concentrating on a big stretch and a big squeeze. And the last exercise, I'm going to do just 2 sets, but I'm going to bump the reps up again. So I'm going to aim for about 15 to 20 reps on this. And this is just getting as many reps as I can, getting a really good burn and a really good pump. So I'll get straight into it. So this is a dumbbell spider curl. Even though I'm working in higher rep ranges now, I'm still trying to keep that tempo and the technique right, not speeding things up and starting swinging things around. I still want to get a full range of motion and a squeeze on every rep. Lost count. Oh, 5 more. Right, so that's pretty much it. That's how I personally like to train my biceps. I've gone through heavy exercise, slightly lighter, and then at the end just done some pump work to get a good burn and a good pump. In total, I've done 8 sets there, 8 working sets on biceps. Over the week, if I do that twice, or something similar to that twice, then I've done 16 sets over the week. So if you're an intermediate trainer, you've been training a few years, a ballpark figure to work towards would be 15 sets to 20 sets on biceps per week. So obviously, if you do 8 sets on one day and then 8 sets on another, you've got a total of 16 sets. So give it a go, see what you think. Obviously, subscribe, give us a like, and that's a wrap.